next performer coming to stage is an award-winning writer and a published poet, and she produces 2 shows here in Chicago, Loose Chicks and Cafe Cabaret.
Yes!
And more importantly, not only is she performing here tonight as a Beastwoman, but she is celebrating her 33rd wedding anniversary.
Yay!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Roberta.
Waiting in the depths of hell, the smell of urine so profound, waiting for the damn train to whisk me away to beautiful West Rogers Park, where I live with my mother, stepfather, and little sister, waiting and thinking about growing up. I will never get involved with an older man, even if my parents are divorced. Divorced parents can make a person do self-destructive things. The notions I had at 15, there were a lot. However, when I was 18, I did get involved with an older man, a much, much older man, a 30 years older man. By then, my boyfriend had become a full-fledged alcoholic. I had worked in a mental hospital and dated some of my patients. My parents had been divorced for 3 years, and I had decided never to see my biological father again because my mother told me not to. I think I was ready for a sugar daddy, or at least another daddy, or at least someone who I perceived as sane. Like someone 30 years older who wanted to have in-depth conversations about life with an 18-year-old. While he sat next to me brushing my long and luxurious hair. It really did feel good. Turbulent doesn't even begin to explain my life and my state of mind. We met in an elevator. He pinched my butt and my mind exploded. I had just found an older man who found me attractive. This extraordinary event changed my life, literally, to this day. As he rushed out of the elevator, he blurted a bunch of numbers at me and told me to call. Call? By the time I got to my destination, I had already reasoned that my life was over and I was a sexual risk taker, so what more could go wrong? I called, told him who I was, the butt he had just pinched in an elevator, and he told me to meet him the following night at the Howard Street station. It's a color now, maybe red, and I hear it doesn't stink of urine anymore. And then it began. In my mind, it's a small, dark room, and I've taken off all my clothes. I scramble into the bed and pull the covers up over my vulnerability, but the blanket doesn't cover my neurosis, my need to be loved, my confusion. I'm staring at the gray shadows and the cold darkness. Then you walk in, so full of yourself, pumped up, all decked out in your long, crisp white undershirt and white boxers. My brain feels like it's going to explode. It's not all as sexy as I thought it would be. It was dangerous and confusing, and it was my life being changed forever. If I hadn't been so giddy and excited while I was teasing you into my life, if you hadn't been so susceptible to crossing a boundary, so eager and ready to dance with me, we wouldn't be here. So you got into the bed and you took off your crisp white underwear and held me fast and kissed me while my brain kept repeating, run. This isn't right or good or normal. And then I became lost in the magic, the sensation of your kisses, and the comfort of your embrace, the safety. Your eagerness repulsed me, and your kisses were a violation. I was a child, flirting with Daddy, but this Daddy became lost in the seduction and crossed a forbidden boundary. I told myself this wasn't sex. I was doing what I needed in order to survive. Survival, yes! That's what it was, survival. He rushes me into an exam room and lifts up my crisp white nurse's dress. He is so agitated that I start to feel heady and neurotic. Why am I here? Why am I working in a place where anyone can just push me up against a wall and play with my nipples, my wet crotch, and my huge bundle of paranoia? What is wrong with me? But the perks of this job surpasses what I really get paid for. Sucking on someone's old, shrinking dick. He had opened another portal into another world, and I grabbed on and never let go. I have had a psychotic break, spent time in an institution, and have been on heavy medication since his death.